So now we walk through some of the things that I feel that we can improve on, some of the things that I feel that we're doing great on, and we're right there, we're right on point. Let's start working on pushing each other to do well and to do better. This is our kitchen. It's not Talisha's kitchen. It's everyone's kitchen. So let's do a better job and helping somebody else do a better job, making their job easier than what it was before they came. This is your AKM, wishing you success in everything that you do, and I'm here to support. If you have any questions or comments or things that I can help or improve on, please sit and talk with me. And wishing you well and have a great day. This floor should be swept at night, and a good mop, good hot mop. Doesn't take long. These boxes should be in a good place, neatly on the shelves so we can see what is physically here. I think we do a good job at doing that sometimes, but I will say I find boxes on the floor. Somebody just keeps throwing boxes. I don't mind the boxes because I don't like boxes, but they can't be on the floor or thrown into the hallway and then they just stay there. Nothing should be stored in here unless we absolutely need to. This door should be closed at all times as a non-functioning freezer. I think everything's pretty much explanatory in here. This is a good place at night to put our sauces. No sauces should be left on this shelf. In addition to that, we got to remember the hierarchy. Remember that. What goes where. Zoom in here. Okay. So let's remember, to keep everything separated. Your poultry should be on the bottom. Your chicken, our beef, and then ready to eat foods, cooked, should be on this shelf here. Primarily, this is our dairy shelving where we keep our cheeses, our milks, sour creams, and on the bottom is our eggs, and occasionally I'll put some bread here. Sauces, dressings are kept up here. Prepped food is usually here, and then prepped food and raw product here on the bottom. I think we do a good job at doing that. Make sure we're sweeping under here. I know it's a pain in the butt, all the leaves are coming in, but I make sure that I do this at the end of the night. It's a pain in the ass, but so we have to do. Towels and everything should be kept in here nice and neat. Shelving, pretty explanatory. I see a lot of tops and bottles other places. Once they're dried, all the tops should be in this small container here, and then the other bottles should be placed in either of the larger containers. So we have one location for all the bottles. I don't know about this, so it's over here. We shouldn't have our own product with store products, paper products. Pretty much explanatory. I think we have a good system here. The garbage liners on the bottom. This is a dish where we're drying all our dishes and things like that, our boards, so we're pretty good there. This form should be filled out, and right now this is where we're keeping our temps for AM. If you're doing a PM, you can come in and put the PM temps here. I've ordered some more thermometers so we can accurately do it as opposed to the way I've been doing it with the one thermometer. And we just got to make sure we're filling everything out. As you notice here, there are some gaps. I came in and I put what I can see based upon what I need prepped. But there are some gaps as far as things that are missing. And everyone who's been in his kitchen should know where things are. Still have to include blue cheese, chipotle, jalapeno ranch. It's found in a cooler. for the walk-in or on the line on the service side, you'll see all the dressings in there. So you have to make sure that you're putting that down, because this is weekend prep for me, and you have to make sure we're stocked and ready with all our sauces and dressings for the weekend. But this is an everyday thing. We should have all our sauces every day, but I like to make sure we're stocked and stacked for the weekend. Here, you got to change these pans out. I think I'm the only one who does it sometimes, not all the time. But the lids and everything has to be changed out. All this has to be wiped out. It's just part of your job of cleaning. You know, we're cleaning as we go. That's the name of the game. You use it, you clean it. You cook on it, you clean it. You prep on it, you clean it. I mean, there's no other way around that. This is the life that we chose. This is kitchen life. Okay? So these should be clean. You see all this? That should be wiped and cleaned out. Again, appearances, this one doesn't look too bad. I think I changed the lids out yesterday. But if you look really close, there are some things here that can be wiped out and cleaned. So you have to physically remove. So my MO is take all this stuff out at the end of the night. It's not that it wasn't keeping to temp, it's that no one's picking things up to clean. So I figured if you're ready to remove it, you'll do it. But we're removing it and we're still not cleaning. And if it doesn't apply to you, then it doesn't apply to you. But if it's something that you need to work on, take notes and get this stuff done. The flour pan was empty, so all I did was fill it up this morning when I came in. No big deal. But all this should be done. There's one piece of chicken in here. This pan should either be removed or chicken should have been added in to change out the pan. All these things don't take a lot of time. It takes maybe 2 minutes, 30 seconds, depending on what you have to do. It doesn't take that long. I know we don't have a dishwasher, but this is what we all signed up for, and it's got to get done. This, I've been keeping this in a container. When I wasn't here and I had my off days, somebody removed the container, but they left this out, and teriyaki was all over the floor of the bottom of the cooler. So make sure this stays inside here. If we're using this bottle here, we do have some new bottles, so feel free to switch them out if that works out better. I took the liberty of cleaning all this stuff out. There's a little bit here, but I cleaned and wiped all this stuff out when I close at night, and I get on my hands and knees like I am now, and I clean it out. See, there's more flour here, so this is from that. So it's a downside to it, but it's a quick wipe. It's not nothing that takes all the time of your life of cleaning out. And if you do it every night, it's not going to be stuck on. It's not going to be hard. It's going to be wiped out and easily done. Eggs should be replaced. I shouldn't see empty containers here at all. This has got to be wiped out at night. Again, the doors cleaned and wiped out on the inside, and I usually cover this at night. Done. This could be taken out, washed, and then replaced. And again, anything that you see here, if it's low, can be replaced. Mushrooms, we're roasting them. This way, when we're on the flat top and we're cooking, we're just heating them up just like we do our chicken. And it's a last minute item. It's great for the mushroom burgers. It's an add-on. It's not a lot of work. You don't have to wait, and it's basically done. I small scaled the veggies, and I'm cooking them as we go. A lot of times the mozzarella sticks or cheese sticks are finished, and this empty pan is left in here. It drives me insane. If there's nothing in the pan and there's nothing in it, remove it from the cooler. Take it to the dish and it gets washed. So there's not a lot of pretzels here, but we have a pretzel bag here. These can be placed here so they're ready for service. Friday, I'm usually busy on Fridays here in the morning. Anyone who works the morning shift on Friday, Alicia, our superstar bartender up front, always has her crew in here. So it would be great if everything was replenished. I know we don't have a lot of fries, so that's okay. But you can fill up the tater tots and see where we're at. It's just replenishing things and making sure we have enough. And that goes for myself and everybody. Just turning over those pans, filling them, making sure we have enough for everybody. And then making sure all this is clean down here. Now that let's go over some things. So this needs to be wiped down at night. All prep tables, anywhere where you worked at. This hand sink should be washed. Prep area. We should be turning over our pans at night, getting ready for the morning shift, for the morning crew. In our case, it's just one person. Most of the times, it's me, your AKM. I have a lot of stuff on my plate and I have a lot of things to do. Onion rings should be made fresh every day. I shouldn't have to come in the mid-shift and say, hey, where's the onion rings? We have onion rings on our menu. They should be made. We should always have bacon crumbles, and we should always have fresh bacon every day and fresh croutons. Have your utensils and everything ready. Your butter should be filled. All these items should be filled at night. It's part of replenishing and getting ready for the AM crew. AKA, your AKM is usually me opening. This right here, this pan here should be changed every night. It shouldn't be soiled and dirty. It should be cleaned. I wrap this with saran wrap at night, as well as all these bottles and containers. I wrap them along with the salt here. This is a conundrum. This is left dirty, put away at night, and uncleaned. Most times, nobody gets underneath here. I remove this. This is why I always say, dump this at the end of the night so you can see that there's stuff underneath. I was gone for a couple days because I was off and I couldn't find any of these. One of these was missing for 4 days. And guess what? I had to close. And where was it? It was underneath here. All this should be cleaned and wiped and sanitized at night, along with all shelving, right? The fryer should be cleaned and whisked at night, free of debris. These should be washed at night and not put away on the bottom here. I want all of these racks either placed here at night or here on the shelf. I don't want anything on this bottom shelf because it's not up to sanitation code, because it has to be 6 inches from the ground, and that's too low. As you can see, these fryers have been cleaned. So when you're cleaning these fryers and we're dumping the oil and replacing the oil, all this has to be wiped, cleaned. These should be taken out and removed, as I did yesterday, as well as this one, and scrubbed down. Clean, free of debris. That's how our fryers should look. We get our liners in. This should be done every night. Every night. This foil should be changed. I had to change it myself. I'm the only one who does it. It has to be done. When we're changing all our foils, as we do here, all foils should be changed at night. This should be scrubbed down, and upon opening up, this should be oiled down and seasoned. See how dry that is? I've got my bacon grease here, because I made my bacon this morning fresh. I then slather and use the bacon as my seasoning for the grill. It just helps to create flavor, and it helps so nothing sticks when you start cooking. These grates should be done at night. They should be beaten in the dish and then left here to dry, putting on the pilots. And just check and see if this oven is on or off at the end of the night, because sometimes I do use it. I'm able to get it working, and we need to change this. I don't think this has been changed since I changed it the last time, or dusting. So we're all part of this kitchen crew. There's not one task or one responsibility for one team member. All team members are responsible for doing all the tasks in the kitchen. This should be cleaned at night. When I close, I remove all of these, and it goes in a dish and it gets washed and it gets placed down nice and clean. We don't want pests. We don't want crumbs and food left around in the kitchen. We have to make sure we're doing our best to clean the floors. This is how it was. We could definitely do better. I don't say that it wasn't done, but it doesn't look very clean to me. This should be taken out at night along with the garbage. Garbage has to go to the bin every night. It can't be left outside here. This should be cleaned and drained at night. Again, we don't want pests and little friends visiting our kitchen. Also check down here. There is a gap in the shelving here for the sink, so anything usually comes down and just stays here. So I usually get in the nooks and crannies and in the corners here to sweep and mop and get all that food out because it kind of stays there. Boards should be hung here every night. These sinks should be cleaned of debris and food at night. And underneath here, there should be no food, no ketchup, nothing here at the end of the night. All this has to be cleaned at night. And we're also making sure our floors are clean, the service area is clean, and we're working with the front of the house staff to make sure these things are being done by them. We gotta do better. We gotta come around here and clean, wipe things down. Gotta get the sink clean. And we gotta get some paper towels here. I think we could do a better job here all around. So we talk about our next exploits and things to do for deep cleaning. This is something that we can definitely do. This is a whole new game here. This is another cooler. And you can see here, these temps have been done all the way up to November. It is now February. We don't really come in this cooler here because it basically gets set up by the distributors who are coming dropping items off. But I want to make sure that we're very clear on storage here and making sure there's accessibility to the kegs. As you see, we got our Bud Light here, but there's more room here where we can spread everything out and make things neat. This is something that we could work with the front of the house on doing, but it's still a cooler that is in our kitchen, and we got to do a better job, especially on those temps. You're making tortillas, make sure this is closed and everything is tight. Hopefully we'll be able to work on this and get this stuff done. I organized this. It's kind of looking like, let's try to stay on top of things and make sure things are neat. There was a cup back here forever since I started working here. I took the cup. There shouldn't be a cup here next to chemicals. I don't know what it was being used for, but I removed it. So all these little tops that are here, this has to be thrown away. I see tops all over the place. We got to do a better job in doing that. All in all, I think we do a very good job here, but there are some things that we can improve on and do better. Looking at this right here, it's just little things, and I know it's a lot, but I know that we can do better. I wipe these sides every night when I close, and I also wipe all of this down. The doors, the door handles, inside here, the bottom here. I wipe it up debris, lettuce. I see some water here. It should have been cleaned last night and it was not. This has got to be cleaned out every night. This is night crew's job. This is your job. All this stuff's got to be done. We're gonna get a health inspection soon. And if my head rolls, everybody else is gonna roll. Because I've been adamant about this, about getting things done and making sure that we're on task. I close twice a week now to make sure we're up on it. But we all have to do a better job. This is your AKM. We gotta do better, guys. Come on, we can do this.